Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be taking a look at these Maisto 1/64 scale mini work machines play sets. I've got one here in a Massey Ferguson theme, another one in a Fendt theme, and I'm quite curious about these more so with the Fendt set because with Fendt equipment, I don't see a lot of it in the 1/64 scale, so I'm really curious to get that out and take a look at it. But I actually got these back during Christmas of 2025. So they've actually been sitting under the workbench for the past few months now. But, again, really want to get these out and see what they're like. I'll show the packaging real quick, and we'll start with the Massey Ferguson set. I really like how this is presented because you got the picture there. You can see what all's in the set. It says here that we got a Playmat included. And going around to the back of the package, I don't think there's really anything on here other than information related to licensing and copyright. I'm seeing a date of 2023 on this. I was kind of thinking these sets came out last year. At least that's when I got them. But maybe if you're someone that knows if they were out before that, report back to me in the comments. But here's the Fendt set again. Quite like the way this is presented as well. And the back of the box is also the same as the Massey Ferguson set. Again, 2023 date right there. But I think we can go ahead and get these out now. Alright, both sets are out of the packages, and the play mats are going to need a little bit of work to get them to sit flat. But I think really the first thing I'll go ahead and do is show the tractors and the accessories that you get. Alright, these are the two tractors which came in those sets, and the Massey Ferguson set included a model, I think that's 85.265, which honestly I think that doesn't make sense. I don't think tractors are actually given model numbers like that. If you're someone that may happen to know what actual model of Massey Ferguson tractor this is, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. But something I noticed now that I have this in the hands is there seems to be a lot of plastic in this. There's not a whole lot of die cast other than what you see in red. That is basically all the die cast which is on this tractor. And, I mean, to be fair, these were probably made to be more like sandbox toys as opposed to adult collectibles like you'd find from companies like Ertl or Greenlight or even SpecCast, I guess. But, yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little more die cast in this piece personally. But it does have some nice detail to it. You got the 3-point hitch arms on both front and rear. There is some little details on the back here. I'm not exactly sure what those are, possibly hydraulic couplings. But you got the steps. You do have some detail in the cab. There's a seat and steering wheel, possibly some controls as well. You've got the exhaust over on this side, which, okay, wow, that's actually quite flimsy. Wonder how long it'd take to break that off and play. But we've also got wheel weights as well. Really nice to see those. And the tires on this tractor are just plastic. They're not rubber. And I do recall some of the earlier Maisto tractors that I had in my childhood. Those did actually have rubber tires on them. So, I'm a little disappointed with what I see here with this one. No rubber tires, not a whole lot of die cast. I'm also noticing there seems to be a gap between the hood and the front of the cab. Really, I think that should go the whole way back to the cab. Possibly an inaccuracy there. Again, if you know, leave it down in the comments. But I don't know. I guess for what it is, it's all right. But definitely would have liked to have seen a few add-ons. But here's the Fendt tractor, which again, this was the one I was most curious about. And I believe it's pretty much the same amount of detail. I believe pretty much same amount of die cast on this too. Just basically the front here and the fenders. Everything else is plastic. But oddly enough, I kind of like this one more than the Massey Ferguson. Seems to have been afforded a little more effort. You can see we've got the same detail, 3-point hitch arms. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a little more detail around the back. The taillights on this are actually painted too. Yeah, definitely got some more detail in the cab. And I'm kind of curious about... Okay, this exhaust is actually fixed, but still... I don't know. I'm still not sure how well that would hold up in play. But again, we've got wheel weights and... Oh, I forgot to try to see what model this is. want to say it's kind of hard to read, but I think that's like a 209. 209. That I have I really can't see that small. If you happen to know what model of Fendt tractor this is, just tell me down in the comments. But yeah, I think for the most part, got a nice sunroof there too. This one's pretty nice. Again, not made to be like a highly detailed adult collectible, I don't think. But for the most part, not bad. I'm only going to show one of these, but as you saw, the sets came with these accessory pieces. You get 4 traffic cones and 2 round bales. And the traffic cones, while they are oversized for 1/64 scale, I think the fact that they're even in this set at all is quite amazing. You don't see a lot of these small pieces in playsets anymore just because of the choking hazards they pose. But the cones look great. They got a little bit of paint on them. You know, they're stackable. You got multiples of them, so you can place them in different places and such. But I don't know, for a little farm playset, they seem a little out of place in my opinion. But we've also got the round bales. Again, nice to see these small pieces included. And I do actually have a Maisto round bale here from, I think, like the early 2000s. And it is slightly different, so I will do a comparison. But I think these round bales do look great. Again, just to have these little accessories in these sets is very nice. We've also got these little playmats as well, and really they're just a 8x10 piece of cardstock. But, you know, it is nice to have these little mats included. You've got a pond area, a couple fields, looks like a couple buildings. One of them is a barn, and of course you got a little roadway here. But you can take your pieces, like the tractor has roadway to run on. You could even throw some cones in places, you know, maybe block off a driveway or something. And of course you can set your round bales in the fields and I don't know, do something with them. But yeah, I think overall, you know, just a little set like this, it looks great. Someone probably wants to see the Massey Ferguson set done as well. So I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put the tractor in the drink and then set up some cones blocking it off here. And I don't know, we can just set some round bales in the field. Or no, on second thought, we'll put the round bales in the barn. So I haven't really played with these that much, but what little I have, I've got to admit that I'm really enjoying these little sets. The fact that you get that playmat and the accessory pieces with them, there's just so much you can do. And once you start adding in like other pieces you might have, tractors and other accessories and other equipment, the possibilities are endless. So I would have loved to have done some comparisons of the Fendt and Massey Ferguson tractors up next to the older Maisto tractors, but unfortunately the ones I had I got rid of years ago. So I just can't do that comparison. But what I can do is bring up some other tractors from other manufacturers, which the ones I have here are Ertl, Speccast, and Greenlight. And I'll bring up this international tractor that Ertl did in, I believe, the early 2010s. And there's a lot of nice detail on this. It's got detail around the engine, detail around the cab. Inside the cab, you got the steering wheel and seat. And I have to say, I think the wheels on this look great as well. It's just a really nice looking tractor. Probably a bit behind in what, you know, Ertl's standards are these days. But it's definitely a step up, especially compared to what they were doing back in, say, the 80s or the 90s. But next, I've got this Speccast tractor, and this was actually the first ever Speccast tractor I got. It's an Oliver 2255, and again, nice detail with this. Look at the engine detail, look at the detail around the grill, look at the detail around the front axle with the steering. You've also got detail around the back with the 3-point hitch. I do have Speccast Oliver tractors where the 3-point hitch actually moves. But then you've also got detail around the seat and steering wheel, and there's even possibly hydraulic and brake controls, possibly shifter as well there. Really, really impressive looking tractor. And I think this I got about 2015, I'm thinking, maybe. But last one, of course, is this Greenlight Ford tractor, and I picked this up a couple years ago, I think. But again, really nice detail with this one. Look at the engine. It's got the weights on the front. Look how fine the front axle is. Detail around the seat and steering wheel. Again, this one you've got the 3-point hitch arms. Just overall good quality with this. But one thing I will say with it is it seems like there's a lot of plastic in this piece. And again, like I was saying with the Maisto tractors, I'd prefer to see a bit more die cast in some of this stuff, especially when you get up around like these right here. These are more adult collectibles, so to see more die cast in those would be nice. And one last thing I will say is I was kind of curious when I was looking through my collection. I was trying to see if I had any other Massey Ferguson tractors in my collection, and believe it or not, I only found one single Massey Ferguson tractor, and I'll actually bring it up here now. It's this one. It's a custom puller that I started a few years back now, but this was basically a little piece I picked up. I think it was a toy somebody basically destroyed, but my plan was to rebuild it into a pulling tractor, and unfortunately this is as far as it's gotten. Still got a long ways to come, but I don't know, it might be something I'll get done here eventually. Another comparison I wanted to make, and it's something that I touched on earlier, was this Maisto round bale looks a little different than what I remember. And I can actually bring up one that I got in a Maisto hay set from, I believe, the early 2000s. And right away, you can probably see a number of differences between these two round bales. But one big difference is this one actually has a hole through it. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that maybe Maisto had a bale spear you could use to move these round bales. But I could be wrong in saying that. And really, this is the only Maisto round bale I have. It was the only one I ever got. But I've also got various Ertl round bales. These are the older ones from, I think, the 80s or the 90s. And I mean, I've got more than just what I have here, but I just got 3 of these out for to show you. But this is probably the newest one, the one that I'm holding. And then I've also got this round bale, which came with a set of bale forks from Standy Toys. And yeah, it's lacking on the sides, but the ends are they got a bit of detail there. And the last one I will show is I've got round bales that are custom made. They're made to look like actual hay, plus they've got this net wrap on them as well, and I think they look great. And really, these are what I prefer to use on my setups for round bales. Not that I don't like the older Ertl ones, I just think these ones look better. I won't spend too much time on this, but just for a quick comparison, here's an actual 1/64 scale traffic cone up against the ones which came in this set. And yeah, I don't think I need to say anything. But for those that might be curious, this traffic cone here is made by a company called Maisto Exclusives, and you got 2 of them in I think a 5-pack of construction workers. Well, I guess I probably should wrap things up and give my final thoughts on these sets. And really, I'm quite impressed with these. I like the way they look. They come with a lot of great little pieces, and there's a lot you can do with them. I was really impressed with the Fendt tractor, which came in this set, though I wasn't as impressed with the Massey Ferguson tractor, though I'm not saying it's bad. And really, I think if you come across both of these sets, they are worth picking up. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I got these for Christmas last year, and I know they were selling at Tractor Supply for $5.99. You might as well call that $6. And I don't think that's bad value for what you get with these. But what was really nice is I did find these went on clearance after the holiday, and I was actually able to pick up 2 other sets. This first one is another Fendt set like the one we looked at in this video. And you can see I actually got that for $2.99, and I think that's really good value for one of these. But then I was also able to pick up this, what they call farm set. Comes with a tractor, some other pieces. You don't get a playmat with this, I don't think, but it was actually down from $12.99 to $4.99. And I mean, really, I think $12.99 for something like this might be a little overpriced, but I haven't taken this out to look at it, so I don't know how good or bad it is. But yeah, getting back to these other 2 sets, though, again, I think they're worth picking up, especially if you can find them around that $5 price tag, say. But anyways, that is going to be it for this review. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I will be back soon in another Diecast review. So until then, take care.